It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call...
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the play.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
3rd down.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Number 83.
From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
33-yard line.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Underwood. He's going to fire this thing deep. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Looking to throw. Underwood rolling to his left. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Third down and goal to go.
They'll try to run with Sanders. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they cannot punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
22 yards. First down, Cowboys.
A first down carry by Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
With the give to
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to how they'll feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Off the play fake. Underwood. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Underwood. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Underwood. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
On 4th down, Underwood. This will be caught at about the 5. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would pick.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll take it at the 42. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, Underwood. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw a touchdown strike.
There you go. That's my man in concert.
They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Elliott. He's got a first down past the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And this throw will be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. On first down, Underwood. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Off play action, Underwood. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Underwood. Being chased out left. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Underwood. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Eagles 17, Cowboys 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for them.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Underwood. Harris has it over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 39 yards on the punt, give them just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go, oh, Prescott stripped. fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jake Elliott on for the point out.
And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot. Offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Elliott in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
3rd and 13.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
57 yards.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Prescott, and they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jared Davis in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And goal.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
22-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will close the gap down to 14. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Underwood. They're going for Howard with the pass intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott now. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw on 3rd down, Underwood. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Prescott now from the 50. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Amari Cooper. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll move the chains. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down.
Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Throwing on 1st down. Underwood. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
For the point after.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage. And it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here I come! Here I come!
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off play action. Underwood. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he finds Howard complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. It reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. This is the tight end Fant.
Prescott's
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53, come on. 53, check 53.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 20.
Prescott to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Prescott.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Prescott. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
The kickoff for Dallas.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Underwood. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Underwood. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
Number 21.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now what can Prescott do in the OT? Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. First down, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Down and goal.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
in overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Dallas, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia,